Hi, it's Jaime and Jeremy from Guildbrook Farm, and today we're going to talk about 30 random facts about us.
So Brad over at Yankee Living called us out. I guess there's something going around called 30 random facts about us, and we have to call out 5 other channels or something. So we got to do 30 random facts about us.
So we're going to do 15 each.
So we're going to do 15 each. Cue the jump cuts.
I am extremely introverted, like really introverted. Anytime I'm around any kind of crowds, I'm the girl that's kind of hiding in the corner somewhere hoping no one notices me. Yeah, I would have no issues whatsoever living in a very remote location.
Before I semi-retired, I was an IT executive / software engineer / web developer. I had short hair and wore polo shirts all the time.
This one's probably not much of a secret if you watch some of my videos, but my favorite food, dark chocolate. Really good dark chocolate, not just any dark chocolate. My second favorite food would be pretty much any vegetable.
I'm a certified master scuba diver. One time in West Palm Beach, I got to go on a dive with Goliath grouper when they were spawning. Those things are bigger than Volkswagens. It was awesome.
I've been working since I was 12 years old. I started off working for my cousin who owned a hotel. It was actually a hotel that my grandfather built, and then she ended up taking it over. I was cleaning rooms for 50 cents a room, and in this hotel there was only one bathroom, and I used to clean out the toilet by hand. There was no scrub brushes. I put in my notice the day after a client had peed the bed.
This is me and my daughter Ashley. She lives in Pittsburgh, takes care of sick people, and she's awesome.
I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I love instant information, I love to do research, and right now, technology pays the bills. But if I had my way, I'd be a Luddite, and I'd turn everything off.
I haven't cut my hair since October of 2014. I figure I've saved about $725. Seriously though, it's kind of getting out of control.
So here's one that a lot of you guys have asked on previous videos, and I didn't really address it because it really didn't have anything to do with homesteading. But since this is really not a video about homesteading, I'll address it now. Tattoos. I've got a lot of them. I love tattoos. I have an entire sleeve done, my entire right arm, my entire back's done, and then I have tattoos in other places such as my wrist and my foot and my neck. And if money weren't an issue, I'd get the other sleeve done as well. I love tattoos. As far as meanings, they do have meanings, but I'm going to keep those to myself.
My favorite food is a grass-fed New York strip steak about that thick, grilled over an open wood fire, medium, with a loaded baked potato and a nice bottle of Cabernet.
I have a bachelor's degree in biology. I actually started off pre-med, but quickly realized that there's a lot of politics and red tape involved in getting into med school. I eventually switched my major over to biology with a concentration in protozoan parasitology, of which I ended up not really working in any of that. But while I was pre-med, I was able to witness some really cool surgeries, including a carotid endarterectomy and a knee arthroscopy.
My favorite place to go on vacation and get away from it all for a while is right here.
I'd also gone for my Master's of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, and I was 2 classes shy of completing the degree when I had to relocate. Turns out that master's classes don't transfer, so I ended up losing the degree. It's probably a good thing. I don't think I would have made a very good middle school teacher.
When I was a little kid, one of my favorite things to do with my dad was go bass fishing in the Pennsylvania strip mines. I don't get to do that too much anymore, but it was fun.
I tend to have a very adventurous spirit. I've been skydiving numerous times, both tandem and instructor-assisted deploy. I've been scuba diving many times. I have been spelunking which is caving, in some caves in Penn State, very tight caves. One of them, which is called, one little particular area was called the birth canal that you had to squeeze through, and it was what you think it was. And then I've been doing some indoor and outdoor rock climbing, but right now I focus all my efforts and my adventurous spirit on figuring out animals and the homestead.
So I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur in a way. I started my first business when I was 8, which was a paper route. I saved all my money for like 3 years to buy a mini bike, which I did. And I also ended up buying all the G.I. Joe and Transformer toys that they made. I had everything except for that big aircraft carrier. Started my second business, I think, when I was about 13 or 14, which was an airbrush business. I was really into art and painting, and so I airbrushed t-shirts, license plates, cars, jet skis, boats, guitars. Airbrushed a lot of things. Saved up some money and bought my first car, which was a 77 Chevy Nova. Had a souped up 350 engine, and I pimped out the inside with black fur. It was awesome.
I've moved up and down the East Coast. I started off in Pennsylvania, went down to Florida, and then went back to Pennsylvania, up to Massachusetts, over to New York, and eventually made my way down here to North Carolina, which the climate is the best of all the areas I've been to. I've also traveled to a lot of states in the United States, all the way out west to Washington and California and several states in between. I've also traveled internationally to Canada, a lot of the islands, British Virgin Islands, the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, and I've had the opportunity to also go to Australia, Tasmania, and to Nepal.
My third business, I guess, was an advertising and graphic design company. And that was fun. Did that until I moved to North Carolina. So I moved to North Carolina in 1995 and started a computer company. Built that up, ended up selling it about 4 years later. Joined up with a partner and we started a employee benefits company. I spent a lot of time writing code and almost as much time playing golf. My best score was like a 78. That only ever happened once. Usually I'd end up going through 2 boxes of balls because I had a terrible slice.
I believe in karma. I believe what you put out there comes back at you threefold, whether it's good or bad. So I try to do my best to put good things out in the world because I think it all comes back to you.
My junior year of high school, they gave me 4 study halls. I guess they didn't know what to do with me. But I switched those out for what they called independent art, which is something I think they made up. They let you draw and paint and sculpt and do kind of whatever you wanted, and they gave you a grade on it. So I basically spent half of my day, each day, my junior year of high school, airbrushing a lot of guitars. It was that summer I went to Penn State to get the 2 credits that I needed to graduate. Did that, and I never went back for my senior year. Didn't have to. Never looked back. School sucked and I had other plans.
I've had surgery twice in my right eye for strabismus. And in addition, I actually have a blind spot in the retina of my right eye as well. The reason for strabismus is it's genetic. I was born that way. And the reason for the blind spot is I was an idiot. Sometime when I was a kid, I heard that there was going to be a solar eclipse. And so I spent all day by the pool covering my one eye and staring at the sun, hoping to catch a glimpse of the eclipse. And it ended up burning a hole into the fovea of my retina. There is an eclipse coming up this August. Don't stare at it.
I have dabbled in music and played guitar since I was 7 years old. That is not, however, why I am usually dressed like Ted Nugent. That's just a coincidence. I like camo.
I've held many jobs growing up, basically just taking every opportunity as it presented itself, and usually one job leading to the next. I've been a maid, a waitress, a lifeguard. I've been a pharmacy technician. I worked in hospitals as a pharmacy technician too. I have been an environmental scientist. I've been a photographer. I've been a licensing and permitting administrator. And I have also been a social media manager, an e-commerce manager, an internet marketing manager, and SEO specialist. None of those things I really had formal education for. My bachelor's degree and my partial master's degree really weren't applicable. Most of those things were self-taught. I put myself through a 4-year college in 3 years by taking 22 credits. And all at the same time, because I was paying for my education myself, I was also working 3 part-time jobs while doing all of that.
One of the many reasons Jamie is an awesome wife and a great partner is she gives the coolest birthday gifts. One year she gave me 10 laps in a stock car at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That was awesome. Except for one time she convinced me to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. That was a different birthday.
I hate wind. It makes me angry. It invades my bubble.
In high school, I taught some guitar lessons. I was in a couple rock bands, and I rocked a sweet-ass power mullet that would make even Eugene jealous. Walking Dead.
Strangely enough, I'm not really a big fan of dogs or cats, but I really love farm animals. I love chickens and horses and cows and goats, except for pigs. I really don't love pigs. I don't think I could ever love a pig, but I do love bacon.
So here's a bonus fact that you probably don't know about the both of us. Up until about 3 years ago, Jamie and I both owned a commercial photography and video production studio where we did work for commercial clients like product videos and things like that.
Jeremy had a background in videography, and my background, well, I started a portrait photography studio up in New York, and when I moved down here, I was working with a lot of local photography groups. I was teaching some classes. I went to get my certification as a professional photographer, which basically just means you pay enough money and you take a test and pass it. But I had a portrait photography business that I carried down with me here, and then I met up with Jeremy, and together we kind of got together and we did some portrait work and we did a lot of commercial work together.
We got to travel to cool places like Australia, and Tasmania, and Costa Rica, and shot a lot of cool projects and had a lot of fun doing it. We ended up ending that because we had amassed so much equipment. It became a money pit. As you know, if you get into photography, the next greatest whiz-bang thing was like, we loved it. And
eventually we sold off all our equipment, and now we have no equipment.
We had, high-end DSLRs, fluid head tripods, all the L series glass, all the great prime lenses, just you name it, we had it. And because we thought we had to have the latest and greatest thing. The truth is, if you want to make really great videos, learn the fundamentals of photography, and all you need is an iPhone, a little tripod. I mean, this thing right here is sitting on a ladder.
Yes, if you guys want to know our equipment, I know some of you guys have asked, in particular other channels. We have 2 old broken iPhones, literally. An iPhone 5 and 5S with cracked screens and buttons that don't work. We have 1 Rode mic that we share on whatever phone we're using at the time. And we have 2 Gorilla Pods, and like he said, right now our phone is balanced precariously on a fold-out ladder.
Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, if you want to make awesome videos, tell a great story, and it doesn't matter what your camera is, it doesn't matter what, it does kind of matter what your audio is, because if you have great audio, then you have a great video usually. But tell a good story and learn the basics of photography and lighting and things like that, and don't waste your money on big super expensive cameras until you get into a little bit more success in your endeavor.
Right now we're losing our light.
Yeah, we're losing our light, so we're done. There's our amazing tripod. And this is how we set white balance with a piece of paper.
That's it.
So there you go, guys. That's 30 random facts about us. We have to call out 5 other channels. So who do we want to do?
Art and Homesteading.
Yeah, they're a cool channel. They're kind of a vlog style. They're in Idaho, I think. Yeah, they got a little bit of everything going on.
Yeah, they are remodeling a 110-year-old house and doing a lot of work there.
He also does painting, and an amazing painter.
Amazing painter.
Who else?
Vicky at Noble Homestead. We're going to call out Vicky.
That's a good one.
Yep, Vicky is kind of just like us, starting out sort of on her homestead journey, and she's got a lot of things in transition right now. She's got a very quirky channel, a very quirky personality. I just love watching her, so definitely want to check out Vicky over at Noble Homestead.
Life Goes North.
Yes, Life Goes North. And they just moved to Alaska from, I believe, Oregon. And they used to homestead, full-on homesteading, I guess, backyard urban homesteading in Oregon. And now they're starting over in Alaska. And this is their journey. I know they're just getting baby chicks in now, and they're just starting everything all over fresh. Definitely a channel to watch out for and check out. Eric at Life and Farmland. So Eric, he's been kind of busy these days. I don't know if he has time to do some videos, but we'd love to hear from him because he has beautiful videography work on his channel. If you guys have not seen him yet, you definitely have to go to his channel and see the beautiful videography that he's done with his surrounding landscapes and just everyday things, even like cutting firewood. It's amazing work.
He does a lot of firewood videos, and he's just kind of a humble, legit dude. Good channel.
And Melanie at Road to the Farm. just love her. She's so sweet, and she has a lot of great recipes, and she does an amazing garden every year. If you guys haven't checked her out already, definitely go check out her channel as well.
Okay, we're going to link all those below. Go check out those channels because we're calling them out, and hopefully they will participate and do 30 random facts about them.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
See ya.